All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Black Desert. See, today is a special day. In about 10 minutes, we're about to be mega tilted. So, we're going to be doing another tier 10 attempt on our unicorn. And, yeah, these aren't very frequent because getting the mythical feathers itself is probably the biggest bottleneck for me. But yeah, so over the past few days, since our last month or weekly update video, we actually have been we got enough silver to put an order on a Pentungrad ring. It's at minimum, and there are people higher than me on the order list. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. And now we're broke again until it goes. So cool stuff. And yeah, so we have a little bit of silver now, or we don't have silver, but I used my whatever left over, and we made a mythical sensor, and we're about to go click it. So I believe, unfortunately, though, that my horse is currently in Sandgrain, and actually, never mind. So you can't actually transport a horse from another stable if you're not at that stable. So that means we're going to have to transport this back, and I think we're going to park our current Pegasus at Sandgrain, because I'm probably going to be at History again tomorrow anyway. So it's all good. I'll pick it up again. You get to spend a night in the desert, horse. But what do we have to do after this? Let's see. Do we have any rift bosses in the desert? We do not, so that's good. By the way, hopefully you guys are enjoying the third dungeon. I actually haven't had a chance to do it yet, but hopefully maybe in the upcoming week or something, I'll be able to run with my group again, and then we'll get our third dungeon clear. So it looked really fun, actually. I was watching some of my friends stream it, and yeah, it didn't look that difficult. So from what I've heard people say is that it's harder than the first dungeon but easier than the second one, which I didn't particularly think the second dungeon was hard. It's more that you have to play with like effects at max, and you have to play in like remastered mode just to see the mechanics happen, which is the weird thing that I hope that the third and fourth dungeon don't require. Like, I'm not against mechanics and challenge, it's just, why do you have to play on max settings to be able to see the mechanics is the problem. But I'm all for like mechanical difficulty, not someone doesn't see it because you're not standing next to the objective, and if you can't see it in like 1 second, you miss it, and then it's a party wipe. That is just what is that, like artificial difficulty. So yeah, more mechanics, less stupid colors and stuff, and then we'll be good. Also, for getting to tier 10 materials, aside from the bottleneck being the mythical feathers, which are like 400 mil if you somehow buy them, let me actually calculate this. So the old moon sensor is 20 mil. 10 feathers is 400. Fire horns and powder flame are basically free. You can get those easily. The mythical powders itself are difficult because you have to get the Oblivion roses from like Imperial delivering horses or training them yourself. So I think that cost me for 100, probably like 500 million. And that was just buying it off the horse and Imperialing it for like half the price back. So that's about that's over $1 billion so far. And then the royal fern roots, which I actually should be doing weekly. Let me see how many more I have. Okay, so after this I have enough for one more click before I have to do this, and then I have to collect more feathers and goodies again. So, yeah, that's a thing. Luckily, I'm just really happy that I have a tier 10. And these clicks, like, as much as it'd be nice to have 2 tier 10s, if it fails, I'm not actually upset about it. So, okay, you go here. Actually, hold on. No, yeah, let's just leave it here and then take this one out. I was thinking about transporting my Mythical back somewhere, but figured if I'm just gonna come back here tomorrow anyway, because I do grind Histra a lot, then it'll be fine. So where do we go? Stonetail Horse Ranch. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're gonna have to take off horse gear again, just in case it does go up. Also, for the record, guys, I know tier 10s are all cool and stuff, and they're honestly more of a cosmetic thing, because at least for the Pegasus that I have, right? So a tier 9 and tier 10 Pegasus, the difference is obviously it looks different and has 3 different skills that you most likely aren't going to use regularly, but the base speed is actually the same. So technically, if you like god rolled a tier 9, it could still be faster than the tier 10, which I think is kind of stupid, but you know, that's the way the game is. If you get a tier 10, just because of how difficult and expensive it is, it should just straight up be better than a tier 9, like across the board. Especially since you can't even sell it, so I don't know. That's just my opinions on it. But yeah, so I assume for the unicorn as well, that a tier 9 and tier 10 unicorn, stat-wise, at level 1 is the same thing, and it's just RNG from there. But it would actually be nice to get a tier 10 unicorn just so I could say that I got it. And I mostly just want to test that you could run on water, and I heard that it actually wasn't that good. So if anyone has a tier 10 unicorn, feel free to correct me on this, but you can barely run from island to island on the tier 10 in the ocean. So I was thinking, like, can you go from Velia to Ilia Island, which is in it basically, we all know where Velia is, right? Velia is here, and then run to Ilia Island. I don't think you can. People said you can run from like here to an island, but then you have to stop and let it recharge in an island to island hopping, which I think that should be, if that is correct, I think that should be buffed. You should be able to run on water longer. Like some people, if you didn't one tap it, each click for a tier 9 is 350 mil, I believe, like 250 for the materials, and then the cron cost. You should always be cronning tier 9 horse temps. And then tier 9 to 10 is at least 1 billion per click, probably a little bit more. And it's a flat 3% rate. There are no fail stacks. It's you either 3% it or you don't. You know, I should actually just move this gear. Hold on. We'll figure it out. Hold on. All right, 2 Mythical Awakening. I didn't actually name these, by the way. I just took the OG names when I bought a tier 8. Okay, boys. It doesn't tell you, even though it should. It's at 3%. There are no fail stacks. You either get it or you don't. Let's go. All right, game. Listen, before I click this button, I will buy $200 in pearls if this goes right now. Well, I guess we are not buying pearls today. Okay, so you want the plus 10. Want the plus 10. Hold up. There's a fifth item. Was it this one? Movement speed -2 for DP. I'm good. I only run this horse in the desert anyway, not like DP actually means anything. Oh. And I actually have like I just know I didn't buy this. I think we got it from an event, like everyone got horse gear. Cool. Let me go pick up another quest while we're here. I'll do it another time. We're not doing it today, but yeah, you do this one for the 30 fern roots. These are just memes, I think. I don't actually know what that is, but I think these are to make life skill things. So these things, Secret Book of Florence and stuff, I think that's what it's for. Also the Krogdalo stones. You're literally trading 50 billion for 40 billion. But the feather is 100% worth it every time. Something sold. Firestones. Guys, we're broke again. Is this what it feels like? Back in the day, in like 2017, 2018, having like 100 billion or 100 million meant like you were a god gamer. All right, so do I have any? Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go do some rift bosses. Unfortunately, I don't feel like picking up my other Pegasus again, so we're stuck with Unicorn today. I can noticeably feel the speed loss. Dang, 164 for a Unicorn. That is, I'm pretty sure, scuffed. You know, to be honest, I've never actually been the kind of person that min-maxed a horse. Like, if it reached level 30, because of how long it takes to actually get it from 1 to 30, and by that it means, like, it takes me about, like, 2 days of AFK auto training. And so, that's just, it's not really worth my time to keep resetting them. So whatever it got at level 30 is generally what I kept it at. I've never reset a horse before. But I know there are some people who have like super min-maxed horses, and now that the Magnus came out, I don't think it even matters that much. The whole Magnus teleport. Like, obviously getting from point A to B if you're running it is not bad, but you think they're gonna announce the tier 10 Doom horse at some point, like in the next year? I think they might say something in the Calpheon Ball. We don't have any information on it, but I think another tier 10 might happen at some point. But when the Calpheon Ball happens again, my predictions on the announcement are obviously the new region. We already know that's coming out. It's just they're probably going to talk about it and give us more info on it. Maybe a new tier 10 horse, probably some balance changes again. I don't know. And the thing we care about, aside from new content, is Jay's hammers. Hopefully we can get that, and I'll YOLO Tetlabreska. Also, if you guys haven't watched yesterday, I uploaded a video, basically a Dark Knight diary, and for all of you looking to re-roll, or not even re-roll, just like tag a Dark Knight, I made a video on just like what you should look for and how you go about playing them a little bit. It's not necessarily a guide, it's more just here's what I've been doing for years. You could copy it if you want. You know, today, and probably only today, I'm okay getting Cron Stones because you guys know this is what's gonna happen. Not today, but soon TM. We're gonna be clicking this, and it's 7,500 Cron Stones. Once our order goes through for our Pentungred, we're gonna save up in Cron another attempt. Let me see, what are we at? This is my order. Someone is at 107. Honestly, after playing this game for quite a while, I think I'm a pretty patient person for the most part. And I think that I could get it leaving it at 104, even if it takes like a week or something. I'm not particularly in a rush to get it. I don't think the Pentungred is really worth anything over 100, to be honest. Obviously the market says otherwise, but I don't think they're worth 100. I wish I bought it back when they were like 80 billion. But oh well, inflation happens, real life video games, it's all good. So I'll keep my order up at minimum. We get it when we get it. But until then, what is our next goal? We're still in November though, so that means like we started at 48 billion, right? In November 1st, and we made, I guess if we count like what I have now, I made 56 billion in about 2.5 weeks. Maybe like 57 billion so far. That's actually, like, I know that's not a lot, but like for me, playing very casually, grinding 1 to 2 hours a day, or maybe no, actually 1 to 3 hours a day of grinding Histria, that is. Occasional life skilling, and then I do my like Imperials and whatnot. Maybe I'll actually make a video on how I go about making money daily, and it's not gonna be like some min-max guide. This is just literally what I do. But yeah, maybe I'll make one of those videos. I think on average I make like 2 to 3 billion I wish I didn't see that notification. Like, if it's not going up for 104, I don't care. Did another one get listed, or does one get reset? Oh, okay, the person that put it up at 115 put it back at 120. Got it. This boss, like, legit resists all resistances. Knowledge. You know what's funny? Look. I'm at 5985, and the next ecology bracket for me would be 6,000. I really need to just start pushing this to 6,000 so I could get the 20% drop rate. How people get 30%? Dude, that's like a lot of grinding in the most random spots that I should probably do. Because 10% permanent is actually pretty big. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm not on my Pegasus. I can't just yeet off cliffs anymore. I gotta actually be careful. But yeah, I think that should be a goal for 2023 for me. Going for 10k ecology. Whatever, like, ecology points. Going for 10k. The people who said it, they told me that's literally doing everything and it's awful. But I don't know. 10%, pretty important. And it's not so much the silver for me. Like, if I don't get an accessory every hour, that's not like a big deal to me. But right now I'm going for antiquity items like the compass. Eventually I'm going to be going for the rich merchant ring. So I think I need to actually start grinding some random spots and figure out what I'm doing. So yeah, I think that'll be a goal for 2023. We'll start grinding random spots and figuring it out. Do I have carrots? I got carrots. Oh, I just realized I don't have Progdalo gear on here, on this horse, compared to my other one. Rip AP buff. What does this even do? HP recovery? Scuffed ability. People say that Dark Knights do a lot of damage, but if you ever tried to like fight a Hasashin, they do so much damage. They're tornadoes. If you get hit by all of them, probably is actually more damage than DK bursting. Actually, one of the harder classes for me to fight. I could face tank that, by the way. I just choose not to. Blue box, then red box. Love how the blue box gives me a better reward than the red one. Why are centaur belts so expensive? Are people still doing the quest for the AP and DP thing? You guys want to know the secret to do that? If you're trying to get the yellow accessories, get this one. This is the cheapest one, and they're in stock. And if you're going for the AP one, get this one. It's the cheapest one. If you actually unironically need them, like, I grind Histria quite a bit, and if you like actually need it, just hit me up, and if I have extra spare Tungrads, I will happily sell them. Like today, I sold 4. So if you need it, just join the Discord, let me know, and I'll let you know when I'm listing them. But on a, like, if you don't have the patience for it, then Tungrads, then you could just buy a Tungrad necklace. It's 40 million more, but you could still buy it. I don't know. Just whatever you do, don't buy the Tungrad ring to turn in for the quest, because that's just unnecessary spending. So yeah. All right, we'll do we want to go down to Kama for the boss? Not particularly. I think we'll do that tomorrow. We'll set up another video where I do some boss scrolls and whatnot. God, this horse is so slow. 164%. This may sound weird, but even my other Pegasus is at 170, and it just feels so much faster. I kind of hate how this boss is out in the middle of nowhere. The tree right there, kind of creepy. I don't need that thing to leave me alone. Like, stop following me. Wait, that one. Dang, that was a duo. Dude, I am so lucky, actually. Remember before? I sold one Sissel for 42 million. That was like the day of the patch, and now it went down, which I expected to happen. But with that said, I think we are out for tonight. So thanks so much for watching, boys. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And we try to upload videos daily, a lot of guides and helpful stuff. So yeah, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you tomorrow, and have a good one.